If you're bad amongst many, it's just simply English, simple English, that it's a bad apple or you are rogue. It's a fact. It's not an excuse. But it is important for us to first of all understand the background of policing. It's important to understand that police work is not a comfortable job. It's not a job which you do when you want to be very smart, the way you look throughout. You must be smart at times when it allows, and you must be able to soil your hands when it demands that you soil your hands. This is a job that you may not know you are posting. You can serve anywhere in the country. You will serve in Mandera, you will serve in Nairobi, tomorrow you will serve in Loitoktok, the other day in Lamu, and so on and so forth. Some of these officers are also very young. They have other interests. And therefore, this is a job that requires a person who has passion to be a policeman. This is not a job for everyone.
Okay.
This is a job that you particularly must decide and choose. Mr. Charlton can tell you, when some of us left school during the old system, there were already jobs. You got Division 1, it was very easy for you just to move to Barclays and get a job, even without going to advanced level and university. You go to university, you do Bachelor of Education, you complete, you get posted straight away. You do medicine, you get posted straight away. Jobs were quite available. Population was not so big as it is. And therefore, the few that joined police, I remember they were employing 300, 400. Our population was also a bit small. The few that joined police, most of them passionately
wanted to do their job.
Yeah. I would give you my example. I was a scout boy in primary, in secondary, in advanced level. And therefore, I believe I was truly developed naturally to be a policeman. And even if you look at me, I'm a policeman.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that now the population has grown so huge. We were employing 10,000 the last 4 years. There are very many people that their parents push to come and join police. Either they don't want to have them at home, or there is no other opportunity. And many a times, even like Mujunga, I can tell you, if I'm sure tomorrow we are employing prison officers, you'll hear a person, there's nobody who comes to me and tells me that my son has got a first class in psychology. I would want him to go and work in prisons. And everybody will tell you, yule alianguka, alipata. Everybody wants to bring somebody who has failed the system. Police is not an institution to bring failures. Police is just a minute, is an institution to bring the best brains. Lawyers, doctors, engineers.
But who do you blame for that? Who do you blame for not having the best brains?
Society and culture. Because you will not be willing to give me your son who is an engineer. But I'm not saying that if you bring engineers, they'll not commit crime, because police also requires all cadres of persons. Generally, is that majority of the persons joining police are not joining police passionately because they want to do the policemen. And they cannot sacrifice to be police officers. And that is why you find majority of the persons coming in today, we will have a lot of problems with them, because you can also not have a strict measure of knowing who is going to have criminal mind and who is not.
But I think that's where the training actually should be coming in, determining the kind of a person who eventually is taken out there.
Yes. Certainly. Yes. I agree with you that we have done fairly well as a service, I can tell you, coming back from where we started during independence, and of course recalling the history of policing and how it was created during the British period. The evolving of the police, for those who have been around long enough, can tell that the police has actually become better. But the dynamics within society have also created challenges that the police may not have maintained consistency to be able to unravel and deal with them as fast as would be hoped.
And as I hear you, I hear another excuse for the bad behavior of the police.
I'm just narrating. Yes. I'm just actually creating. I'm just creating a narrative.
Realities.
Yes.
He's telling you
is a reality.
You must be a Kenyan, and that's why we say, I need your patriotism, not just a reporter. So you must be patriotic and be realistic for us to solve this problem.
And you must have
if you just throw accusations,
you must have
I'm just listening to you.
And you must remember, this is your police. It's nobody's.
Exactly.
It's not mine.
Exactly.
It is Mujungu's.
Osiai's, yes.
It is
Tabitha's and on. Yes.
It is your, you know, it's just like your dog. I'm not saying police are dog, but your dog. How you feed it, how you train it. It's, you know, you don't throw the excuse.
Okay.
If Kenyan police is bad, when you cross this border, you'll be told police yenu ni mbaya.
Okay.
Na hiyo polisi ni mtoto yako.
This is where I need to quip. You know, when we say that, because Charles says, we bring our children and say, huyu wangu ameanguka saidia.
Yes.
All right? As if, that is to assume that most of the doctors join service as doctors because they're patriotic. Absolutely not. And this is why we need to fix.
Because they want
Relax.
To serve.
We need to fix the problem where it sits. Pay the police better. Then you will attract the best brains.
Lawyers.
Then you will attract lawyers. Then the A student will say, I want to go and be an inspector of police. Because what I get as my pay there, because this is it. But that does not entirely negate the need for patriotic service. It is not only an issue in the police service. No. Today, you go to even our teachers. They clamor. There are people who long to teach, but when they look at the salary structure of a teacher, a beginning teacher, and how long it would take for them to probably earn even 75,000 shillings, they will just say, okay,
let me do something.
That's the same way you need to make agriculture a bit more attractive. If we are going to hoard and huddle our young people towards agriculture, make it lucrative. Make it look like it can make sense.
So it's about personal affairs.
The issue here has been, will be, that everyone wants to take home a modest income. So, you know, the police will cry. Charles will not say it. Charlton will not say it. I will say it because I interact with them. They will tell you our KDF colleagues earn almost 4 times more than we do. Yet, when accidents happen, we are on the scene. All right? When you get a drunkard, we are the ones to deal with it. When people die, we are the ones to come and carry them. All right? So let's also be fair, a bit fair. When I come for them, because in the next segment I'm coming for the police, but let's first agree, at least on this matter, that they too deserve a decent income. That is the only way then you will attract the best brains. Because when you go to countries that are advanced, you look at the take home for a sheriff in the US, all right, and compare it with the take home of an elementary teacher, and compare it with the take home of a technician. They are more or less the same, and they are fairly modest.
David, you made your point, David, but still I'll go back to what Owino said before I speak to Tabitha.
Yeah.
Police work is passion. You don't get into it because you want to earn money from it. You get into it because you want to serve. That's what he says.
If we have your salary today, there will be no passion. If today
but you're coming into the job knowing the salary you're going to earn.
I was correcting Owino's impression that they come because they're passionate. Because in his
he said they should.
Let me just explain something. I'm not saying we don't need higher remuneration, but I'm saying the norm has been, and when we join, we know that these are poor paying
job. You know from the beginning.
Yes,
when you're being recruited.
Yes, we know this job does not pay very highly. And that is why you must just join it if you are able to sacrifice.
Yes.
Whatever comes later, I joined as a constable. I hope Charlton also. But whatever comes later becomes an advantage.
Okay.